Let's do this. Let's do this. Hello, people. Me again. Another beautiful day. Yeah. Hope your five senses work. Hope your health and strength is good. What? Okay, you cyber nerds, you cyber geeks, and you cyber freaks. And you Steam Deck fans, Steam Deck Nation, Steam Deck Universe, Steam Deck World, Steam Deck Legion, what's good? Steam Deck Mob, what's happening? The Steam Deck Squad. We talking about Cyberpunk here. Cyberpunk, man. For all you cyber nerds, geeks, and freaks. Listen to this. says here, Mesa 23.1 fixes various AMD Radeon RX 7000 Rdna 3 GPU issues, added long-awaited Cyberpunk 2077 RT support. Yeah, you cyber nerds, man, look at you. Oh, by the way, you do know that our ray tracing is dead, right? Ray tracing is dead. We now have path tracing. Anyway, let me stop playing here. Listen to this. It says here, Mesa 23.1 recently uploaded the newest graphics driver for the AMD Radeon 7000 Rdna 3 graphics card, focusing on Radeon SI Gallium 3D drivers. This new driver follows the VK_ext_pipeline_library_group_ handles implemented support assist with RADV RT. The further support lands crucial ray tracing support for Cyberpunk 2077. Like I said before, ray tracing is dead. We have path tracing. NVIDIA, you guys are a fool for that one. But anyway, it says here, Mesa 23.1 continues to see support for AMD Radeon RX 7000 series support, as well as introducing ray tracing in Linux. You Steam Deck and Linux fans, man. But anyway, it says here, the newest update to Mesa 23.1 code fixed several issues within the AMD Radeon RX 7900 XT and RX 7900 XTX graphics card. The latest commits with 37 introduced were added to Mesa by AMD, well known as Mesa developer Merrick Allslack. From the merge request, they are still 6 patches. Understanding reports Michelle Larbell, editor, founder of the Linux hardware website Phoronix. Several of the 37 patches merge at a significant focus on GFX11. Users are expected to see integration into the current Mesa 23.0 instead of waiting until the launch of Mesa 23.1 in the second quarter of 2023. Then it says here, the Mesa project began as an open source implementation of the OpenGL specification, a system for rendering interactive 3D graphics. Over the years, the project has grown to implement more graphics APIs, introducing OpenGL ES, OpenCL, OpenMax, VDPAU, VA-API, Vulkan, and EGL. A variety of device drivers allows Mesa libraries to be used in many different environments, ranging from software emulation to complete hardware acceleration for modern GPU. Mesa ties into several other open source projects. The Direct Rendering Infrastructure X.org and Wayland provides OpenGL support on Linux, FreeBSD, and other operating systems. Says here, in Cyberpunk 2077, Linux gamers can expect Mesa 23.1 to introduce VK_pipeline_library_group_ handles to bring RADV support into AAA games since its troubled launch. Bask Husen, CO lead on the Radeon Vulkan RadV team, got the support to assist with not only users playing the game via Steam Play, but also VKD3D Proton on Linux. Users can expect the game not to crash when activating ray tracing on supported devices. Look, ray tracing is dead. Don't believe it. It is dead. We have path tracing. Anyway, it says here, it should be noted that the performance is still not close to optimal, but is improved much since the initial implementation. Laravel reports the version to be 50% less than Windows Radeon driver software driver, if not lower. Then it says here, Cyberpunk 2077 is an open world action adventure story set in Night City, a megalopolis obsessed with power, glamour, and body modifications. You play as V, a mercenary outlaw, going after a one-of-a-kind implant that is the key to immortality. You can customize your character's cyberware, skill set, playstyle, and explore a vast city where the choices you make shapes the story and the world around you. And it says here, Nguyen Husen assisted in introducing the VKEXD _pipeline _library _group handles into Vulkan 1.3.240 last month to help with DXR12 compatibility, along with the Vulkan API to be used within the Valve VKD3D Proton OS. This fix could also assist with other new DirectX RT games that do not run well in the VXD3D Proton on Linux. And then it says here, news source Phoronix 1,2 Mesa GitLab 1,2 Mesa project official site, Cyberpunk 2077 official page. And that is that. Somebody said in the comment section, why is this game still relevant? It got less players than Farmville. Somebody said Linux is garbage for retards. It will never replace Windows. And they put a face of Michael Jordan laughing. Says Linux servers are great, but there will never be a year of Linux desktop. Somebody else said, typical clickbait trash article. Not all the dolls in here will know that Mesa has to do with Linux. Title will lead person to believe that Cyberpunk 2077 does not have RT for 7000 series. Well done, gender bending writer. Someone else here said, he said, added long-awaited Cyberpunk 2077 RT. It should be noted that the performance is still not close to optimal. This is why gamers don't like using Linux. Year after games was released, we have patched to unlock missing options. But even then, performance is poor. Wait another year until someone fixes that. And so I get another comment here. Somebody else said, when someone delivers a product, it needs to just work. Messing with the command line and having to go through dozens of errors before something works as intended is just annoying. On Linux, it feels like as though the user is expected to do all the work. On Windows, I just grab the executable and run it. Everything works as intended. And then someone else here said, RT and DLSS already works on Linux since launch of NVIDIA GPUs. Another person here says, this article is about Mesa driver, not Cyberpunk 2077. And then someone else says, who cares? Anyway, man, people having their different opinions about Windows and Linux. But at the end of the day, Cyberpunk, gamers on Windows, gamers on Linux can play Cyberpunk, but this article was directed at the Linux community, you know, and of course Steam Deck. So, you know, people are going to have their opinions about Windows and Linux, and some people are going to love Windows, some people are going to like Linux, and then you got other people that like both operating system. They don't care, you know, just like some people like Nvidia, some people like AMD, some people like Intel, and then some people like all three. So that's the tech industry for you in a nutshell. But other than that, man, this is just an update for the Linux gaming community, you know. Windows, I would say Windows gamers don't like to troubleshoot. Linux gamers love to troubleshoot. How about that? Anyway, latest video for y'all to enjoy. Nice talking to you people again. Chris, still a Star Wars and Star Trek thing. Board, Dark Side. Go. Peace.